Hi, welcome to our kitchen and Keto with Kenny. My wife and I have been living a ketogenic lifestyle, which is trying to keep our bodies in ketosis, which means our bodies burn fat for fuel instead of sugars. So we cut the carbs and add increased fats in our foods and meals and things that we do so that we can have the energy, burns the other fat that we've got on. So done really great for us. Check with your doctor if it works for you. But there are times that you really crave some things and you want some other things that you can't normally have. So we have to take a recipe, say chocolate brownies, and turn it into keto friendly. So previously we have a chocolate brownie recipe that's already posted. It's right there. Right there. And then we had a comment that asked for, what if I have nut allergies and can't use almond flour? So we manipulated a coconut flour brownie recipe, and that's what we're going to be doing today. So we're going to need 1 1/8 cup of chocolate, sugar-free chocolate chips. You're going to divide that 1 cup and 1/8 of a cup because we're going to sprinkle the others on top. Then we're going to, the 1/8 of a cup we're going to sprinkle on top. The full cup we'll use. You'll need 2/3 a cup of sweetener. A good allulose monk fruit mixture is good. If you don't have those, you can just do 1/3 cup of each and kind of mix it together on your own, which is what we did because I don't have a mixture. I have just both for 2 different recipes and other things. So then you'll also need a 1/2 cup of butter, a 1/3 cup of cocoa. Good quality cocoa works best to make it, and then a 1/4 cup of coconut flour, 2 eggs, 2 tablespoons of heavy whipping cream, a teaspoon of vanilla extract, and a 1/4 teaspoon of salt. So first off, to get ready, we're going to go ahead and take our cup of chocolate and our 1/2 cup of butter, and we're going to just melt that. You can do that one of 2 ways. I like using just the microwave. A 30-second burst each time works well for ours. You can also use a double boiler where you are using a pot and a glass bowl over and letting that warmth from the steam come through and do. But it's your choice. So we're gonna go 30 seconds here. While that's melting, we have already measured out our 1/4 cup of coconut flour. We're gonna add all of the rest of our dry ingredients. So we're gonna add our 1/4 teaspoon. That is not a 1/4, so we're just gonna go a little bit, there we are, 1/2 of that, 1/4 teaspoon of salt. We've already pre-measured a 1/3 cup of cocoa. And then our 2/3 cup of sweetener. We're just gonna mix that all up together, making sure that we've got it all evenly mixed and spread around. We're gonna double check on our, not quite there yet, but almost, so we'll give it another 30 seconds. That'll give us time to finish mixing up our sugar, cocoa, salt, and coconut flour. There we are, that looks good, and that is done. So we're gonna pull that out. And our butter is definitely good and melted, so we'll start in and get it all mixed up together. I'm gonna go ahead and transfer this to a larger bowl just to make it a little easier so that I don't make a mess, because we're gonna add some other ingredients and then eventually add the rest of our dry ingredients to this. So we're gonna need a larger bowl. There we are. Makes it a little easier to get it all mixed up. And it's cooled too because our bowl is not hot. And the last thing we want to do is add our eggs to a hot chocolate mix because that will cook those eggs right then, and we don't want that. So we're going to go ahead and add our heavy cream. We are going to go 2 tablespoons of heavy cream. we're going to add in our vanilla, which is just a teaspoon. Oops, a little bit more there. And our 2 eggs. We've been setting them out at room temperature so that they're nice. We're gonna go ahead and give a little bit of mix in all of this first since it's fairly wet. We wanna make sure that we're not making a mess with it. We wanna get it all mixed up. We'll add our eggs and then begin our dry ingredients. Now we already set our oven to 350, and so it's waiting for us. So as soon as we're done, we took previously off camera and took an 8x8 pan and lined it with a little bit of parchment paper. Makes it easier to come out and clean. And we're just gonna add these 2 eggs in real quick. And we're going to begin adding our dry ingredients. So we'll put part of it in first. You can see that batter is starting to really look more like a traditional brownie batter. Finish in the last bit of our dry mix. Look at that. Beautiful looking, thick, deep chocolate brownie mix. Just make sure we give it one last good go around to make sure we've got it all mixed up. And we do. All right. We're gonna take our 8x8 with our parchment paper in. We're gonna grab our spatula again so that we make sure we get every last morsel out. Oh yeah. Smells very chocolatey, really good. So looking forward to tasting this one as soon as it's done. And it should bake about 20-25 minutes. You want to leave it a little soft in the middle, be able to pull a toothpick out of it without having a whole bunch of batter still stuck to it, but not to overcook it too much because we want these to be really nice, ooey gooey type soft brownies. There we go. Spread that into all the corners. And then right before it's done, when it's still in the oven, we're going to sprinkle the other 1/8 of a cup of those chocolate chips. We'll probably take those and see if we can chop them up a little bit and just sprinkle them over the top. Make sure we get all of that out. Although that is the best part, is licking the spatulas after you're done, right? Or at least that's what it was when I was a kid. There we are. We'll slip that off and right in to the oven, 20 to 25 minutes. We'll set that timer, and as soon as it's ready to come out, we'll start you back. All right, our coconut flour brownies are chilled. I'm just gonna pull them right out and show you how easy that is. Now I can reuse that for a second batch. We're just gonna take and cut these into 9s. I'm just gonna cut a little bit right here since we're not gonna do the whole thing yet. Oh yes, how easy, chocolatey, fudgy. I can feel soft. I've got a nice little texture on the outside. Get us a plate with a fork here. And I love the corners, so I'm gonna take this corner right here. Place it there. I'm gonna show you exactly what that looks like right there. A nice little chocolate brownie, coconut flour instead of almonds, for those of you who have nut allergies. Sprinkled on those chocolate chips that we diced up on the top. Let's give it a try. Nice, dense, moist, you can see. Still warm. Really great chocolate flavor, very soft, very moist. Would be wonderful in the freezer, or even better with some of our keto vanilla bean ice cream. If you're looking for something, you enjoyed this video, we have others. We've got lasagna, we've got tortillas, we've got stir fry, we've got desserts, we've even got a mocha bullet coffee, which will help get you those fats that you need in the morning and keep you running through in the afternoon. If you like what you see, we'd love for you to subscribe. Join me in the kitchen for Keto with Kenny. Here's the health and happiness.